Hi guys. How are you guys? Today I wanted to give you some tips for working at home. I myself have been a sole business owner for 9 years, and I've worked at home primarily for the last 7. So I thought it would be a great video to post today, since there's so many people across the United States and across the world that are now working from home since we're in the middle of the COVID pandemic. So my first tip for you is to start your day by writing a list of things that you need to do and things that you want to do. Definitely you want to prioritize the things that are most important, the things you have to do to accomplish by the end of the day. But it's also important to write things that you want to do so that once you're finished with your top priorities, you can continue on and get things off of your to-do list. Again, by doing the things that have been on the back burner, or things that you just need to get done but don't necessarily have to have a specific timeline for. Another great tip for you is to have a designated workspace. Prior to living in the home that my husband and I are in now, we actually lived in a condo, and we had an office space in there, but I didn't really love to work there. I hadn't made it my own. My husband owned the condo first, so I used to primarily work from the kitchen table or the kitchen counter, since we had like a little seating area there, or even from the couch. And it really caused me to struggle a lot to get things accomplished, because I had no specific place that I could walk into and close the door in and just get work done, and kind of even have my stuff laid out there. At the end of every day, I'd have to put it away. And it just began to be a toll on me. So when we moved into the house that we're currently in, I was able to have this amazing office where I have my computer all set up. I have work items here ready to go, a calendar that is in the same spot every day, and I don't have to move it. And when I leave work or when I start work, I can just close the door behind me and either check in or completely just check out. So it makes working a little bit easier to start in the morning, when I just know that I have to go out to a specific spot in the house. And I feel like I'm way more productive. Another tip for you is to either remove distractions or to add aids. So definitely you want to remove the distractions, like turning, if a distraction for you is having the TV on, or having your phone nearby and getting calls or getting text messages. You want to remove those distractions from you. So turn the things off that need to be turned off. And on the flip side of that, if you have specific aids that really help you to work, like you work really well with music on, or maybe you are the kind of person that works well with a TV in the background for some white noise, put those in place, or remove whatever you have to do, just to get your head in the right space as you're working. For me, I love working in complete silence, TV off, music off, for like the actual mundane tasks of anything that includes writing. So like if I'm sending emails, or if I'm doing blog posts, or if I'm creating content for social media, if I need to think about something, I don't want music on. However, if I'm doing a lot of editing, I love to have music on in the background, because that's more of like, I don't have to think about anything. I can sing along. I can let my mind wander a little bit and just kind of visually execute what I need to. So be aware of what you need and what you don't need, and try to create a space that's perfect for you and for working well. Another tip is to wake up at a comfortable time for you. There's so many YouTube videos about designating a morning routine, or waking up early will make you 10 times more successful, or those kind of things, or all those things. But every person is completely different. I would love to have a morning routine that meant that I could wake up at 5 in the morning and be the most successful person in the world. Unfortunately, that's just not me. I love to stay up late. I also love to wake up early, but 5 in the morning is not going to happen. Generally, I wake up probably sometime around 7 or 7:30, and that works for me. So find a comfortable time for you when you can start working, and do that. Don't feel the pressure of having to do something that's extremely out of the ordinary for you, or try to force yourself into something because the experts say that you'll get more time. many times if you're waking up too early and you don't want to be awake, you're not going to be as productive as you think. So you do have to build a habit. And like I said, a good habit for me is 7:30, but just do what is comfortable for you, and try to find some consistency in that, so that when you're starting you're kind of starting your work at the same time every day, and it'll just help you mentally focus a little bit better. Another great tip is to take breaks as needed. One of the wonderful things about working from home is that you don't necessarily have to abide by some of the same guidelines as you would at the office. For me, as a sole business owner, I can really have my schedule however I want it, since nobody is telling me. I don't actually have to do a lot of meetings in front of a computer unless I've scheduled it. So one of the ways that I'm most productive is I actually start my work usually for about an hour in the morning, and then I stop to either work out and shower, or just shower, and then I'll come back to working again. It just makes it a little bit easier for me, because I know I'm actually most productive first thing in the morning when I wake up. So I get my coffee, I kind of situate the house as need be, I come into my office, and I just start banging out emails and different tasks that require a lot of brain work. I've noticed that if I hop in the shower first and come to the computer, I'm actually not as quick. I'm not as dedicated to the work, I guess, or like right on task as I could be. So I try to take advantage of that first thing in the morning, get those important tasks done, and then kind of ease up on myself, take a break, and then come back. So just pay attention to what is best for you. I think that is my biggest tip, and that is my final tip. But truly, start to write out what you do every day, and pay attention to what's best for you, whether you work best in the morning, right before breakfast or after breakfast, whether you work better after lunch and that point of the afternoon. And you can build a schedule for yourself based on that, especially if you're a sole business owner and you do work from home and you have the luxury of having a little bit of more say in what you do in your time. Take advantage of the fact that you have the say, and start making lists. See what works best for you based off of when you went to bed the night before, or when you woke up, or however many distractions you have. Or if you're not sure if you like a certain designated space in your home, change it up a little bit. Take notes on a notebook, and slowly but surely you will start to be able to build a really good routine. But it's all based off of what is best for you and how well you work, since that is the most important thing if you are working from home. Hope some of these tips helped you guys. Good luck to many of you that are working from home now. It can be a challenge. For me, I worked in a corporate job for 7 years before coming to work from home, and it was a little bit of a challenge. It took me several months to get a routine at my condo, and now several months and then it was several months to get into a routine here at my home as well. So best of luck to you all. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next week. Alrighty, bye.